Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one Brothers War draft. Let's look at our rares and uncommons first. We have Draft Now, which is probably going to be the pick. This card is really strong. Lets you copy all your artifact spells and just return artifacts to your owner's hand. So if you have Into the Battlefield artifact effects, you get just keep doing those. Or if they have like removal, they want to use an artifact you control, just turn to my hand. You don't even get to use that. This card's awesome. Probably taking Draft Now. Semblance Anvil, I'm not a huge fan of. Imprint in general, not great in terms of limited because you have to give up another card just to make things cost less. Not worth it. Loren is a great card. Card advantage. Artifacts back from your graveyard. It's like a Gravedigger plus because you get all other legendary creatures generate it too. Arms Race, once again, not really a limited card. Arbalest Engineer is a great card. I haven't gotten to play with it yet, but I played against it, and it's very good. Power Stone Fracture is good. Stern Lesson. Didn't get a chance to go through everything, but a lot of goodies in there. All right, strongest card in this pack, I imagine, is the Skyfisher Spider. This card's great. Yeah. You get to blow up non-land permanents, and then, black and green have effects to get cards back from your graveyard, so you can even reuse it. Great for the sack deck, sack little tokens and blow things up. I really like that card. I think it's probably worth taking. Otherwise, in blue, there's just Machine Over Matter, which isn't strong enough to take over a Skyfisher Spider, I would say. Disenchant is good. Disfigure is good. Scrapwork Rager. I mean, you get cheap removal, which is actually important in this format because this format can be very quick. Rager is just great because you get 2 cards out of it with the Unearth. Automaton is definitely playable. I like it. Pallbearer would be good in the same deck as Skyfisher Spider. I guess technically, well, Disciples is best with Unearth. So you need a bunch of artifacts with Unearth, but good there. And then Repair and Recharge. I haven't played with that one yet, but not bad. I'm assuming the Yotian Dissident is going to be the strongest card here, but we'll still look. Really just going all out, as many possible colors as we can here. 5-color craziness. Guess if we take it, we won't have red yet, so there you go. All right, well, Mishra's Bauble, good card, replaces itself, gives you Into the Battlefield abilities, like with Yotian Dissident. I like Pyrrhic Blast. I think the card's good. Killzone Acrobat technically wants to be in the same deck as the Skyfisher Spider. Lets you keep going with that sack value stuff, but I think we got to take the Dissident here. This card is phenomenal. I keep drafting it and never get to play it, and I would really like to play it. Recommission is very good, surprisingly good. I don't think I gave this enough credit in the beginning of the format, but super strong. The fact that it buffs the card too, and it's like a res, this card's sweet. It's just very good, very efficient for cost. Disenchant, easily main deckable. Mine Worker, one of the assembly workers, but I've never powered all 3 up. It's tough to get the full shebang going on that one. All right, well, now our only uncommon is the final color we haven't drafted yet, so I don't know if I want to do that. Underground River, I guess, would technically let us maybe do multiple colors. Suchi Caveguard is strong. It's very expensive, but certainly strong. Cavalry I like. It's a soldier. We don't have any soldiers yet. Gigamole is a good card. You either get a 4-mana 3/4, which isn't anything to write home about, or you get a 4-mana 2/3 plus a creature card back from your graveyard to your hand, plus it puts creatures in your graveyard. So, oddly, I don't think I've played the Gigamole yet, but I like it. And then there's a Pristine Talisman, which ramps, gains you life, not bad either. I mean, Caveguard's a fine finisher. It's just expensive artifacts aren't super hard to come by. I kind of want to take the Gigamole here just because it's like built-in value, but could be wrong. Maybe it's because I already have the Skyfisher Spider. I kind of like it. Steel Exemplar, on the other hand, is very good. I like this card a lot. I'm going to assume we're probably taking that. All right, well, Infiltrator certainly wants to be in the sack deck, but you don't need to go all-out sack for it to be good. Just getting like res effects from your graveyard is quite good. Like playing a Gigamole and getting back a Spider is pretty awesome. But if you're ever able to cast Exemplar, you're pretty happy. Unless 2 or more colors of mana. I mean, if you can ramp into it with colorless mana, there's Power Stone tokens plus all the same color, and you get a 6/6 trampler. That card puts games away. Otherwise, Evolving Wilds is good. But I feel good about taking Exemplar here. I've already played with and against it, and it's quite strong. All right, Burnished Heart, pretty good. Tough to go wrong. Also has built-in sack, which is valuable for a sack deck as well. Also possibly turns on like a Dissident, Splash. Other notable picks in here, once again, Evolving Wilds. But no, I like the Burnished Heart. Hoarding Recluse is fine. Power Stone Engineer, I think is actually good, but I haven't played with it, played against it. Caress, better than I initially gave it credit for. You know, getting a peek at your opponent's hand is nice. Trench Stalker is an interesting card. Maybe played it once. Certainly not bad. You know, Architect's a weird card. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it's bad. We currently only have 2 artifacts, but randomly give something flying. You can win some games with that. Are we more in the sacrifice deck territory? If so, probably want to take the Infiltrator. Even stuff like Demolition Field technically gets better, but our opponent's having non-basics is going to be pretty unusual. But Evolving Wilds gets a whole lot better when you have Infiltrator. I think we'll just take the Infiltrator for now and see if we can, pick 7 Infiltrator. See if we can assemble the sack deck. We don't have to. Not a necessity, but if it happens, cool. If not, no big deal. I do like Carrion Locust. This card is good. Evasive, makes them lose life, and exiles cards from their graveyard. So, like, get rid of Unearth, you lose a life, I get a flyer. I like it. Certainly more than Honor Guard. I like the Strongbow a lot, too, in red, but I'll take Locust. Sply Drop, you know, I've got a soft spot for this card. I do like it. I think it's a fairly safe pick here, or even over Gaia's Gift, which I do have a kind of, I like this card too, but taking Supply Drop here is good for a couple reasons. It keeps us more in just black territory because we don't know yet if we're necessarily black-green. Could still end up like black-blue or something. And it's a playable card when you don't have a lot, when you have value stuff like Dissident or you don't have a lot of removal or tricks, then Supply Drop becomes a lot more playable. So could take Disciples now. I don't think we have any actual Unearth though, do we? No. But, it's probably still not worth it. Could take the Dig Site. That's not terribly exciting either. Machine Over Matter is probably the best card here. Maybe we'll just take the Disciple in case we end up with a bunch of Unearth or reasons that we want to put artifact cards in our graveyard. Can take the Acrobat here. Pyrrhic Blast is the best card. Red seems kind of open, actually. Acrobat has nothing to write home about. It's a playable black card. Not like a super exciting one, even though it has some synergies. I'm going to take Pyrrhic Blast. Actually, I really like this card. It can finish games. And, you know, it kind of feels like red might be open, even though it's like the one color we haven't picked yet. I can take the Cave Guard now. As far as ramp goes, we have a Burnished Heart, but that's it. It's good enough to take, especially over this stuff. Conscripted Infantry is actually good for the sack deck too, but we might just be off sack deck at this point. You know, I haven't played Moment of Defiance yet, but maybe it's okay. It does replace itself. All right, well, a Jalum Tome is good when you have the, I'll take Caress. Jalum's Tome is good if you have the draw card value cards, which is in primarily blue and black. All right, we'll take, last pick, Raise to the Ground, certainly playable. Gix's Command, what do you do? 5 mana, let's put counters on up to 1 creature, gains lifelink, destroy each creature with power 2 or less, return up to 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power. Wow. This card's awesome. Definitely taking that. Lodestone Golem, not good for us because we actually have a lot of non-artifact stuff. Dreams of Steel and Oil. Haven't played with this yet, but you get to look at their hand, I guess. Artifact or creature is pretty good in this format. It's okay. And you get to exile something from the graveyard, so maybe get rid of a Unearth thing as well. Cliff Stomper, I got to play with it once in mono red and it was very fun. Animist is certainly not bad. Pump a bunch of mana into it late game and get some 4/4 beaters. Otherwise, yeah, not too many exciting things here. Epic Confrontation gets some removal, which we don't have much of. Or Boulder Branch Golem, big finisher that you can prototype out, but easy command here since we're almost assuredly black at this point. Wow, Teething Wormlet. Well, there's a good reason to stick with... This card's very good, so it's a decent reason to actually stick with green. But to be honest, considering how open red was, Cindermaw is an actual beating. This card is super, super strong. 3 mana, 4 power trample, and players can't gain life. Red seemed pretty open. We got a last pick playable red card. Not an amazing one, but a playable one. The Demolisher is awesome too. A lot of good red cards in here. Also the Strongbow. I think we got to take the Cinderball. I love this card. I've only gotten to play with it once, and it beat down hard, and I played against it and got beat down by it. It's just terribly efficient. The fact that it has trample is just crazy. Yeah, I think we got to take Cindermaw. It's just really nice, cheap beating. Wow, Temporal Anchor is a great card, but I do love Emergency Weld. It might be the safest pick. Gosh, Cliff Stomper really wants you to be mono red, but really strong when you are mono red. Clay Revenant is one of the more important cards for the sack deck, but I feel like because of how open red seemed back one, I'm kind of shifting to black red. So maybe just take the Emergency Weld, which is really never bad. You get a body out of it, it's an artifact, and you get a card back from your graveyard to your hand. Really never a bad card. Maybe in your opening hand. Temporal Anchor is the best card here by quite a bit, but I think we're far enough in the draft where we need to lock down what we are. I could maybe splash a Skyfisher Spider, especially if I have a Weld, so I'll leave that possibility open. All right, could take the Rock Hunter here. Bushwhack's a phenomenal card. Power Stone Fracture, good removal. We kind of need the removal. Power Stone Fracture pairs really well with Emergency Weld too. Sack your little 1/1 to blow something up. Works with Infiltrator. That makes sense. We can take because we are short on removal. We have what? A Pyrrhic Blast, a Command, a Raise to the ground, a Moment of Defiance. Yeah, I think we could use the Fracture. I would actually like Rock Hunter for this deck because we're looking for cheap beaters. But so I could take a second Pyrrhic Blast. I mean, this card is really good. I do think it's better than Disfigure. Problem is, if we're playing black-red, are we trying to be beat down? Sort of. I mean, our finishers aren't bad. I don't think Disciples are going to make the deck at this point. Just not enough reason to play a 6-mana 4/4. Blast Runner wants to be in the sack deck too. I think it's Disfigure versus Pyrrhic Blast, and even though Pyrrhic Blast is more expensive, I'm going to take it. This is a powerful effect. Can't be overstated that when your opponent's trying to kill something you have, and then in response you just draw a card and deal whatever damage to something. It's very good. Painful Quandary is an interesting card. You know, I've played against it, and I think it's only okay. Usually cards that give your opponent the choice, even when the choice is pretty good, like discard or lose 5, it might not be good enough. Whirling Strike, on the other hand, deceptively good, even though this is a rare. I mean, I could give the Painful Quandary a chance, but I'm not sure. I'll give it a chance. I think I'd rather have the Whirling Strike, but I'll give the Quandary a chance. Okay, another Raise to the Ground. Probably don't need that. Not going to do the Thopter. Could just take a Power Plant Worker. I guess that's the only thing that really matters to us here. Getting a little bit expensive. You can get a card back when it dies. I mean, it's not bad. It's cheap. Or we take a second Moment of Defiance. Maybe I'll give Intervention a chance. It's when it's exiled too, or is put into exile. Well, that's kind of cool. Well, late Cliff Stompers, but the chance of us getting 4 or more mountains is going to be pretty low with all the black we have at this point. Just take a Scrapsmith. We probably can find enough artifacts to make it worth our time. Wow. 10th pick Demolisher is pretty crazy. I'd like to have the ramp too, since we already have a lot of top end, but Demolisher is just amazing. So, all right, do we take the Revenant? Yeah, because we have like sack outlet stuff. Not a lot, I guess, but we just don't need a Stomper, so we need more cheap stuff too. Good. Wheeling that Rock Hunter is a great sign. I would say that's a good sign that red is open too. if we're seeing like 12th pick. Not to say it's insanely strong or anything, but all right, we're not going to take the Acrobat. Easy disfigure here. Wheeling that is a great sign actually for us too, because we needed a little bit more early game to really make this deck do what we needed to do. I don't know if we're going to be able to splash the Spider as much as I'd like to, because we only have like a Burnished Heart to fix for it. But we have a lot of expensive stuff. We really need the ramp, so Burnished Heart has to make the deck. We already basically have a deck and we need to cut things. Race to the Ground can probably go. I don't know if we need the Moment of Defiance. How many creatures do we have? 13? So we need some more creatures too. I don't like Firebomb, but I'll take it. Probably don't need the Caress. The Crown. Well, this is a good card. Otherwise, the Butcher is cool too. And some cheap red stuff we could use, but I think we'll take the Crown. It's cool with like Clay Revenant. It's good with sack stuff too. You can pay 1 black to equip and then sack it and you draw a card. I mean, it's cool. I haven't played with it yet. It's a rare. I think it's a good card. We need some more... I think we need some more cheap beaters, frankly. But, I mean, what we have is not bad. Charbelcher. You know, I think this actually is playable in Limited. We have Mountains, so... That's interesting, but I think we'll just slam another Cindermaw as much as I want 2 drops. And Stoneseeker is really good. But I think Cindermaw might just be better. How many 2 drops do we have currently? Got 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have that many 2-drop creatures, though. And Stoneseeker ramps, which gets us to our later game quicker, too. Sheesh. Man, that's a tough one. I think with all the late game, I think I actually have to take the Stoneseeker. I mean, they're both phenomenal cards. This is a 2-drop with Menace that ramps you, and this is a 3-drop 4-power trample. I mean, they're both phenomenal. I'm just going to go with the cheaper thing because we need more cheap stuff. I think it's an easy obliterating bolt here. I'll take a look what else is in here, but yeah, this card is, and I haven't got to play with this either. Getting a lot of cards I haven't played with, oddly, but definitely good. You get to exile with it too. It is a sorcery, but whatever. I think we're going to wheel maybe even another 2-drop here. So we're looking pretty good right now. Let's cut the Moment of Defiance. I don't think we'll need the supply drop. Probably not splashing the Spider, as cute as that would be. So probably not going to run Ashnod's Intervention either. Likely not. So the Butcher is something, or we could just take another Exemplar. I mean, this can put games away. We have Gigamole that mills. We have Scrapsmith that mills. I think Exemplar might just be better for us, though, because we're primarily going to be black. It's another 5-drop, though. We already have, what, 1, 2, 3. I don't need to play the Power Plant Worker, though. At this point, this is probably just a strict upgrade to the Power Plant Worker. That's probably true. I mean, if you're paying a 5-mana 6/6, you're pretty gosh darn happy. Fateful Handoff. Well, I don't think we want that one. Might just take another Gigamole. Or actually, Warplow is what we want. This is a 2-drop that also is a 6-mana 5/4 Death Touch. That's really good for us. Gives us early protection or late game finisher. I like that. And I'll have to figure out what I'm cutting for it, but we'll get to that. Since we have so little ramp, I might cut the Cave Guard. I feel like I probably have more than enough finishers without playing an 8-drop in a deck that has 1 Stoneseeker and a Burnished Heart for ramp. Wow, Tactician, huh? Might just take the Conscripted Infantry. I don't know if it's going to make the deck, but good with Fracture. That's about it. I guess it's good with Crown. I don't think it makes the deck, but I don't think anything else here makes the deck either. Usually, actually, I like to play with 1 Aeronaut's Wings, and considering we don't have any evasion, maybe that is actually going to make the deck. We'll see. We only have 13 creatures? Jeez. Surprisingly low. Mishra. Well, this is a cool one. And I haven't gotten to play with it once again. Yeah. Altar is actually not bad either. Another Scrapsmith wouldn't be bad, but we'll take Mishra. This card's great. We need the ramp too. It's got haste, and I mean, at the very least, it's a rummage effect, which is good. No one left behind. So this is cool. Can bring things back. I think we might just have to slam another Demolisher, though. This card is really good. It's just unfortunate because our deck is getting expensive, but you really can't go wrong with Demolisher. That card is just really good. All right, we need more creatures as much as I want the Whirling Strike, so I'm going to take another Rock Hunter, which is just a very good card. 3 power. It's got reach. Trench Stalker. We don't have much card draw, but we do have the Rummage, which synergizes well with it. But at the same time, we have more than enough expensive stuff, so I don't think we need that. Another Scrapsmith versus Gigamole. What's our artifact count? Is at 9. We only have 3 4-drops. Maybe I'll just take the Gigamole. We did get the Forge Chanter back. I don't think we necessarily need it. Stern Lesson's the best card here. I'll just take an uncommon. We're not going to play Moment of Defiance. It's best of 1 anyway, so we don't need sideboard stuff. Got a pretty interesting deck here. I don't think I certainly don't think it's a bad deck. We're trying some things out here. We do have some powerful cards. We had that tough choice between Cinderball and Stoneseeker, but I think I ultimately made the right choice with Stoneseeker, especially given that we've got 2 Demolishers. So this is really like a 2-drop too. At this point, we have 17, so we can cut 2 creatures comfortably. I don't need Clay Revenant. It's good with Fracture. It's good with Crown. We definitely don't need Ashnod's Intervention. That can go. 2 Pyrrhic Blasts. I wonder if I mean, ultimately, I'm going to have to... wait, did not leave. There we go. Ultimately, I'm going to have to make some cuts. So let's get rid of the Aeronaut's Wings. As much as I like it, I think we don't need it for a deck that's got some big fat Demolishers in it. Command is definitely looking good. It's kind of cool that Command doesn't kill our Rock Hunters. So we can, like, that is cool. Huh. Yeah. We'll try out the Quandary. I think that's acceptable. So, like I said, we can cut 2 more creatures. Artifact count is at 8. I could cut the Scrapsmith. Keep the Gigamoles to, like, dig up some creatures. Or even, you know, technically you could put this in your graveyard and unearth it and get a different creature back. That's not bad either. But I'd probably rather play this and have them deal with it and then unearth it. Maybe Infiltrator. How many actual sack effects do we have? We really don't have that many, do we? We have Fracture. And that's what, probably it. Oh, Heart. This sacks. It's 4. We don't sack with that one. So really we have like 4. Probably not worth it. We don't need to do the Infiltrator. And then I can cut 1 more creature. And it could probably either be a Gigamole or a Scrapsmith. I think I'm going to cut the Scrapsmith because I'm trying to cut back on red in the deck. So I can run more black and more comfortably cast Exemplar. But maybe Exemplar is actually not that good for this deck because we didn't get the... Well, with Burnished Heart, it's quite good. It's just, we don't have the Power Stone tokens to really support it. So comfortably getting, you know, that much of the same color, I think is going to be tough. I wonder if I want to maybe get off the Exemplar plan for that reason then. Because we have to play our red early, so I agree. We're going to have to do a split like this. So this, more often than not, is going to be a 5-mana 4/4 trample, which really isn't that great. So I wonder if it makes more sense to... I mean, I could actually run the Caress to get more ramp. As odd as that is, then it at least gives a Stoneseeker, Heart, and Caress as a means to ramp to play Exemplar for, you know, as a 6/6 trample. But then I still have to cut something else, so I'm not exactly sure what that is. Unless I'm getting off Painful Quandary, which I don't really want to. Yeah, I think getting Caress in here could make sense. And maybe give it a try, too. You see what's in their hand. You get a Power Stone token. It gets us to our 5 and 7s because we have a lot. All right, maybe we need the ramp. And then I have to make 2 cuts. So maybe 1 Gigamole can go, even though I like it. But then we're going to be at 14 creatures. I don't like that. All right, we'll cut 1 Pyrrhic Blast. And maybe we can go to 14 creatures, so we'll cut 1 Gigamole. So we're at 14 creatures, which I don't love, but I think is probably okay. I'm banking on Exemplar coming out as a 6/6 trample for 5, and then Demolisher finishing some games as well. So we'll see. This is something. I mean, I could swap Revenant too. I don't really need Revenant here. Maybe having 2 Gigamoles is better, because then at least with Gigamole, I'm getting a body plus getting back something from my graveyard probably, or at least getting a 3/4. Yeah, that's probably better overall value for the deck. All right. Okay, I think I've decided, and we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, this hand is not bad. We're going to keep it. We've got a Disfigure on deck for early beats, more removal, Locust to clean up whatever we kill and make them lose life. Get a flyer. All right, we'll play the Crown. Do I want to... I guess technically we don't want to play Mountain yet because of our... what are they called? The Steel Exemplars. Whoops. Okay, well, guess I can't disfigure that, but hey, Burnished Heart's a nice... I guess we can play the red mana now, so I'll play Burnished Heart. Oh, and that's... Burnished Heart and Crown are pretty excellent together. Alright. That's smart. That's smart. All right, Rock Hunter. I think we'll just drop the Locust now. And, oh, it's opponent's graveyard only? Okay, well, that's all right. So we'll pay the 4. I don't think I want to trade with Forge Chanter, because now we have a 4-power flyer, which is pretty good. And if they kill it, we draw, which is also very good. All right, well, they missed on that. That's good. So... you can get in for 4. Unfortunately, I can't play 2 Rock Hunters, but I think we'll at least get the 1 down, and I guess we'll hold up the Disfigure. I mean, this race technically could still be ours. Could have re-equipped a Rock Hunter. That might have been smarter, because I'm not doing anything else with the mana. That's true, actually. That might have been a case for re-equip, because then I could trade with a Gigamole and draw. Word is pay 2 life. Okay. All right. Okay. So they're tapped out. That's a good draw. So why don't we smash for 7 here? They probably take it anyway, and then we can kill 2 of their guys. Or we kill the Gigamole. They have 2 artifact sacks. Maybe, yeah, maybe we kill the Strong Bull. So let's go Bolt, Strong Bull. Then we'll go Rock Hunter. And this time I'll re-equip. So I have the Disfigure for that. They can sack the Reunion and sack the Lantern. That's true. But we do have the Rock Hunter. They don't currently have lethal, from what I'm seeing. They at least have to pay to give haste with the Bitter Reunion. And then they would be looking at, what, 7 damage? They can sack Lantern for free, which is important to note. Because then, so basically they can make Infiltrator 4 power. So they're at 7 right now. So if they do removal, they'd be at 8. And if they sack Reunion, they're at 9. So still not technically lethal. I wonder if that's going to be lethal now. 4, 7, 9. Sack that, give haste. And it's 10. So it's, yeah, so it's not lethal. Oh, wow. I think we actually kill them because of a hasty creature, too. How nuts is that? Talk about luck sack here. So let's do Mishra plus, wait, 2, 5, 7. Yeah, Exaxie's lethal. Wow. Really lucky there. Real lucky. All right. See you for the next one. Okay, we can keep this. Not bad. This is where we definitely want to power out swamps. So probably playing Warplow turn 2, I'm guessing. Although, I guess I'm not blocking a Mutt, so now I don't have to. Now I can just play the Crown instead, maybe. And I guess next turn I can go plow plus equip. And that way I can trade with the mutt and draw. That's true. Keep the swamps coming for now. Queen Kayla is a great one. So let's do the War Plow, Death Touch, and equip. So they can discard and get a bunch of free spells. Just obviously good. I think you have to pay. You do have to pay 4. But yeah, you get free stuff off of it. It's really good. I could see trading here. Actually, how does it work? But I guess next turn I'm going to have the Gigamole to block it, so now I don't want to. We've frozen. Sometimes I can't tell. All right. Not frozen. Good. Scrapsmith, sure. Got that back to their hand. Quite good. All right, let's do the Gigamole. All right, unfortunately a miss, but I guess we do have a 3/4. I guess we'll leave this back. I can sack the Warplow with the Pyrrhic Blast to kill Queen Kayla. And draw. Draw 2. Divination plus kill Queen Kayla. That's pretty good. Alright, well, now we're powering this dude out. Hopefully they don't... If they have prison sentence, that's fine too. I can at least toss it at Queen Kayla and draw, whatever. Another cohort, huh? That's pretty good. Alright, well that's cool. So we got to untap, so now I can at least go this on that. Alright, so then we Pyrrhic Blast. And I think, well, is it even worth blowing up the Queen Kayla? I guess it's the most dangerous creature they have, so I guess we will. And we get to draw off of it, so that's fine. So we'll sack and kill Queen Kayla. We draw. And nothing there. No. And pass. So we probably want to sandbag some lands. We need 8 to unearth our big dog. So I gotta at least do that. Oh, this card's really strong. So we'll block... we take more damage from the cohort. I guess we do it here. They get to unearth, but... And what else does this do again? Oh, it adds mana. That's cool. We're going to need to survive here. It's going to be tough. Ooh. Wow. And I have 2 creatures in my graveyard too. That's a good draw. All right, so the 2 we choose is destroy each creature with power 2 or less, and then we return. So with 7 mana, I can even do this plus... Wow, that's good. So, yeah. I mean, at this point, we got to. Let's do Gix's Command. some redraw going here. So we'll get Exemplar and probably Gigamole just for more card advantage. Sure. All right. Obliterating Bolt. Not bad. Yeah, actually, real good on that cohort. So we can go land. If we do the Exemplar, I think we still do. And then we Obliterating Bolt the cohort. Personally, I think that makes the most sense. Does mean we're not going to be able to equip the crown, but I think we still do it like this. Actually, it probably makes more sense to go like this and this. Oh, I could have blocked the paratrooper there. Yeah, that probably would have been smarter. That was probably a mistake. Although I need to get rid of their flyer, I think, ultimately. So let's get back another Gigamole, because we need to find some we need to find some action here. Oh, we got the Rock Hunter back. That's good. Can't play it, but let's see. So they have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They would need. They can't pump twice. They can do Mutt plus pump, which means if I block, I'll take 2, 5. But then I have Rock Hunter to block the next one. I feel like I need to get in for 8 here because I don't know. I can't really go long game, and I will have the reach for Paratrooper, but I think I need to get 8 points of damage here. Okay. Now I think we're dead. Maybe we're... No, I think they're dead. 2... Let's see. Block that, plus that. Take 2, 4... Oh, we only take 6. Okay. That's doable. So I have to block Mutt plus 1, 1. We take 6. Alright, 2 lands. It doesn't really help them. So I have to block because they have the mana to pump. I can play 2 creatures. So if they draw a land, they win, though, because they can double pump. Well, either way, we got to attack for 8 here. And then we'll do Rock Hunter plus Cinder Maw. And I guess we'll equip the Rock Hunter with the crown. Kind of don't want them to draw land here so they can't double pump. That would be the optimal. Oh, they got it. Well, it was a close game. We made it interesting. Wait. Yeah, they can double pump. We made it interesting. Definitely made it interesting. So my mistake was not blocking the first paratrooper. Although, I guess I would have died from damage otherwise, so... You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't afford to take 3 from the other thing. I don't need to tell you if I had fun or not in the match. All right, we'll see you for the next one. Ooh, this is a good hand. So this is a hand where we really want to slam out as many mountains as we can. Because basically, if we get to go turn 2 Stone Seeker and just play mountains, we get a turn 5 or turn 4 Exemplar. That's a 6/6. That's really good. Yeah. So this, we're already like on good pace here. I mean, they could kill the Stone Seeker, but let's hope they don't. Ooh, Dissident. That's a good one. All right. So we'll get in for 2 here. We got the Menace. I mean, even if they kill Stone Seeker now, at least we get a turn 5 or Exemplar, which is also good. All right, let's get in for, well, let's play the Exemplar first, because I don't want to worry about my Stone Seeker dying to a deadly repost, and then I can't cast Exemplar. Then we'll get in for 2, because then if they have deadly repost, it's less of a big deal. Okay, they loot. Hopefully, if they have Disenchant, they don't do it on their turn. Okay. I can tolerate that. Alright, so... guess we get in for 8. They can get in for what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. But we've got the Pyrrhic Blast. We need to do it like this for sure. So we'll kill the Sprite. I'm okay with that. I mean, we don't need to deal too much more damage for Pyrrhic Blast to finish the game here. Sure. So let's see. They're getting in for 4, 7, 8. So they'll have us at 8. I think we still take it. All right. I think we... oh, I guess I don't have lethal anymore, do I? Dang. Even if I connected, the Pyrrhic Blast wouldn't be enough. So, all right, now we have to sit. Yeah, that's too bad. All right, so we'll see who they attack with. They attack with everyone, so we'll block the Golem and Pyrrhic Blast the Liberator. All right, see you for the next one. All right, we'll keep this. So it's gonna be tough to power out Exemplar because we. That's all right. We'll go with. I mean, I have a feeling the Caress is gonna have to be part of Exemplar anyway, so not really that big of a deal. And if we have to cast a 5-mana 4/4 trample, I'm really not that upset about it. Ooh, Iconoclast. I'm gonna kill that because that card is just real good, and I don't want to deal with it. Sure. So we'll do the... Ooh, well, now I just want to Cinder Maw. All right, so we have 5. So we could do the Exemplar, but I think I'm actually going to Emergency Weld Cinder Maw and then recast that, because that makes good use of mana too, and it still leaves us possibly getting an Exemplar bigger at some point. Although if I did Caress when I drew a land, then I could do the Demolisher. That's pretty good too. Sure. All right. So we'll do the Caress. Take the strike. Go land. And we'll get in for 4 here. All right, so we have to play the big Demolisher. They're gonna get to loot. And they have us on a 2-turn clock here with the Flyers. Well, Painful Quandary not looking so sexy, is it? Suppose not. All right, well, we ended up going 1-3, so not a very good performance from this deck. I did kind of like this deck, though. Was definitely hoping for a better performance from it, but did not get there. All right, so we'll open our pity pack and call it good. I think I've got some other packs to open here too. All right, we'll do some pack 1, pick 1s. So pack 1, pick 1, I would take Awaken the Woods. This card's phenomenal. Ever since this weird patch, it's all like off kilter when you have the double face cards. Probably fix that with the next patch, right? Awaken the Woods, easy pick here. It's a great card. You get a bunch of tokens. It's an X spell, and they can all ramp. Junkyard Genius is a great card. I've never gotten to play with it, but I think it's really strong and really good. I love Burnished Heart. I haven't played with Repair and Recharge, but it seems okay to me. It's a little clunky, but it's only artifacts, enchantments, and planeswalkers, so a little more limited. All right, pack 1, pick 1 here. Let's see. I would probably, I really like this Might a lot, but probably go with the Burnished Heart. It's completely brown, and we don't have to, you don't have to do a pick that goes towards a certain color. And Burnished Heart's really good, so I'd go with that. And final pack one, pick one. I would go Simulacrum's super strong. Great card. With the Unearth especially. Just remarkably strong card. So easy pick there. Hero of the Dunes I haven't played with, but I really like this card. Enters, you get something back, and it buffs all your dudes. This card's really good. Disciple's not so good. Haven't played with Sigil of Valor yet, but if you have a bunch of evasion, well, you have a bunch of like ground blockers, and then, yeah, if you have like a bunch of defenders and then air flyers, maybe that's where it's at its best. I don't know. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.